guys, and welcome to another episode of Moving On Up on Football Manager 2017. Now, since last episode, there's quite a bit of stuff to go through. We'll start off with the results, and as you can see, things haven't been going well for us. So, the first match was against FC Metz. We lost 3-1, the only goal for us coming in the 84th minute. Not the best of starts. We then faced Stade Rennais at home, and after a red card to Leonardo Bertoni in the 60th minute, Stade Rennais managed to get a winner on the 85th minute thanks to Benjamin Andre. Then we faced Nîmes Olympique away from home, and despite them going down to 10 men this time, we couldn't find a winner, and that one ended 0-0. And we somehow managed to get a 1-1 draw against Marseille, despite the fact they were sitting in 4th at the time, and we were quite far down the table in 7th. Then we lost 1-0 to Stade de Reims, and their goal scorer kind of gave me a bit of a chuckle. Curtis Davies, former Hull player, is currently playing for Stade de Reims on my game. A very disappointing 1-0 defeat. And then we seem to have hit some sort of winning spell. I say that, we've only won 2 in a row, but still it's 2 games won in a row. Bastia went down to 10 men on the 54th minute, then Juan Carlos scored the only goal of the game to give us the win. Then we faced Guingamp, who are 18th in the table, and I think practically going to get relegated. And we beat them 3-1. Paulin Puel, Elie Wan and Remy Walter giving us a 3-goal lead. I did think we were going to throw it away when we conceded in the 60th minute, but we held on. And that leads us into today's match, which is against Paris Saint-Germain. Now, I did say I was going to do the Guingamp game and the Paris Saint-Germain game, but there was nothing to play for at the end of the season, as you will find out when I show you the table now. So as you can see, after 37 games played, we are 8th in the table. The highest position we can climb to is 7th. So a very disappointing season for us, considering we were expected to be challenging for the European places. We just dropped off at the end of the season. If you take a look at the fixtures, well, the results, once again, you see that the first part of the season, pretty good, a few defeats in there. But, well, the very start of the season was amazing. Look at all those wins there. But then we dropped off after... When was it? After Christmas? Beginning of January? We just dropped off and didn't really manage to play our game anymore. Now, this is a page that you don't see very often. And the reason that I am on this page is because my contract is coming to an end. The 30th of June 2019 is when it expires. Now, I'm not too sure whether I want to stay with Nice. So my plan is... I've already been offered a contract. I declined it. That was about 3 matches ago, I think it was. So my plan is to see what jobs become available after all the seasons are finished, after all the different nation seasons are finished. See if anyone's interested in hiring me that's of a equal or better reputation to Nice, and take it if there is a job that's like that. And if not, hopefully ask the board of Nice to hire me again. Not hire me again, but to renew my contract and continue at Nice. But I'm just not really feeling Nice at the moment. I don't know whether that's because we were on such a bad win streak. Definitely wasn't a win streak. Such a bad loss streak. So as of this moment in time, these are the jobs that are available. And immediately none of them stand out to me as being jobs that I would leave Nice for. None of them look like a step up. One more thing, and this is quite big news. Clayton is leaving us. He is going back to Brazil. He didn't want to play for us anymore. There was 2 players, him and Wyland Cyprian, who I had promised that we would get Champions League football next season. And Cyprian was fine with us not getting Champions League football. He was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. I'm still getting paid. Whereas Clayton was a bit more unhappy. So he decides to go somewhere where he can't get actual UEFA Champions League football. He can get the South American equivalent, and goes to, I'm not even sure what team that is, ATP on this one. If anyone has any clues what team that is, let me know in the comments below. I did try and do the name fix for Brazil, but it didn't seem to work. So he is leaving for a bit less than I would have liked, but I didn't want him kicking up a fuss because he's got lots of friends in the team, apparently. That's what he said to me when he came asking to leave. So he's leaving for a fee which could rise to 10.5 million. It's only 6.5 million up front, 2.2 over 12 months, 2 million after 50 league appearances, and then we get a bit of profit from his next sale, and we have to pay £5,000 of his wages per week. I didn't actually notice that one in the negotiations when they were happening. Not that they were negotiations. The Brazilian team, pretty much came to me and just said, here's how much we're paying, take it or leave it. And I said, I'll take that, please. So usually if I was playing a game and it was the last game of the season and we had nothing to play for, I would play some youngsters. However, we're playing against Paris Saint-Germain, who are the league champions, and I'd quite like to see what my team can do against them. So we're going to play a strong team today. And this is the lineup. So we've got Cardinal in goal, Emil Kraft is right back, Chiara Kurzweil and Dante. I'm giving him one last swan song, as this will be his retirement match. Unless he gets a testimonial, not sure if he will or not. Dalbert's at left back, Batoni in defensive midfield, Lee Melu and Walter in centre midfield. By the way, Wyland Cyprian is actually injured. He was out for 3 months. I think he's still got about 2 months left out injured. Clayton is playing his final game in attacking midfield, and then Barros and Yuan are the two strikers up front. So Dante's retirement's actually come up in the tunnel interview before the game. So they've said this could be the last time we see Dante in a Nice shirt. Do you have any special plans to give him an appropriate send-off? So I'll say I fully hope so. Yes, he's been a tremendous servant to the club and deserves the adulation of our supporters. And John Terrell's just being rested. Oh my god, there's so many questions. You normally only ask 1 or 2. Don't have many alternatives. It's probably the wrong answer. 4 questions in the tunnel. No comment. Leave me alone. Okay, so Paris Saint-Germain's team, strong as ever. I mean, apart from maybe Szczesny in goal. Got Sylvain Widmer, Marquinhos, Gaia, Renato Sanchez, Krychowiak, Lucas Moura, Pastore, Di Maria, Morata. On the bench they've got Serge Aurier, Manolo Gabbiadini, Edison Cavani, Kurzawa. Why is Szczesny playing over Trapp? That's ridiculous. Team talk's done, morale's all good. Let's hope for an equally good performance. So we get the game underway, and today's performance could persuade me to stay with Nice for another season. I'm not completely against the idea. The one thing that is enticing me to stay is the players that I've brought in. I do have a fondness for pretty much all of them, and would like to see what I could do next season without the pressure of Europa League football. I think that might have had an impact on our performances in the second half of the season this year. So, and also there's not many opportunities out there for a new job at the moment. I mean, I think most of the seasons are nearly finished, as PSG have a chance, and Morata scores a goal as I wasn't commentating. Widmer with the ball in, Alvaro Morata with his 31st goal of the season. I'm not going to get very disappointed by this game. I'm sorry to tell you, there's not going to be any anger, there's not going to be any breakdowns, because it pretty much means nothing. It is Paris Saint-Germain's celebration for winning the league, despite the fact they did it about 6 games ago. Gaia with a throw-in on the left-hand side, gives it to Renato Sanchez. Now it's Gaia again, Krychowiak to Morata. A wide to Widmer, looking for another assist perhaps. He is, and Morata gets his second goal of the game. So 2-0 to Paris Saint-Germain after 28 minutes. They're not really doing their best to show me why I should stay. But like I was saying, I don't think I finished my point. There's not many jobs out there on the market. Most of the seasons are finished, or at least nearly finished. So depending on whether anyone gets sacked between now and I'd say the beginning to middle of June, which isn't very long considering it's the end of May already, as Lucas Moura plays it through and Morata scores again. He's offside that time. We're probably going to be staying at Nice. I did kind of really want to go. Yesterday when I was playing through and we were losing all those games, I just felt so deflated and I didn't feel any kind of fondness for playing as Nice. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we get to half time, 2-0 down, and we haven't been good enough. I've already done the revenge thing. I'll be a bit aggressive and say show me something else in the second half. Ricardo Barros is not playing well, but Dante is playing even worse for his farewell match. He must be on holiday already. Is he thinking about his punditry job? He's probably got a punditry job with Canal. I think that's the French television station. I don't want to take him off though, just because it's Dante. It's his last game for us. His last game in football. Just noticed I didn't put any proper youngsters on the bench. I mean, we've got Paul and Puel. We'll bring him on for Ricardo Barros. Barros is playing poo-poo today. And why are we on control against Paris Saint-Germain? Like, that is a mistake right off the bat. Last season we could have managed it, but not this year the way we've been playing. So we'll go counter, higher, slightly deeper defensive line. Try and grab a goal on the counter attack. Try and just grab a goal. Something to cheer. So PSG get the second half underway. There'll probably be less talking from me in the second half, as I've said pretty much all I want to say about my contractual status, which is more than can be said for Arsene Wenger in real life, who is absolutely messing around Arsenal fans. I am tempted to ask you guys what you think about the Arsene Wenger situation. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think he should stay or do you think he should go? I'm of the opinion that he should probably go. Judging by the performance on Monday night against Crystal Palace, the players aren't really playing for him. And the fans don't really want him there anymore. So let me know what you think. As Vidma crosses it in, is it 3-0 Morata over the bar, looking for a hat-trick. Looking for that hat-trick. He got the offside goal in the first half. We've not really had any chances in this game. And time's gone by so quickly. I mean, I could make a change if I hit the pause button quick enough, but I've not really done that. Like 2 minutes left. Is it worth it? Shall we bring Dante off for standing ovation? I'm assuming that's the right thing to do. Who else should we bring on? Bring on John Terrell. Give Clayton a send-off as well. Hopefully he doesn't get booed for forcing his way out of the club. He has been a star player for us, and we should respect everything that Clayton has done for Nice over the past 2 seasons. So the full-time whistle goes. There we go. There wasn't even a proper highlight to end the match. And Paris Saint-Germain defeat us by 2-0. Was a very disappointing performance. But I'll say we were underdogs. Oh, poo-poo. What a way to end the season. That's like, is that the first time that I've gone and done the team talk wrong and got all reds? So we end the season in 8th. Our opponents for the day end of the season top of the table and clearly top by 15 points. That is just some domination from Paris Saint-Germain this year. So that is it for this episode and for the season. But make sure to check out my channel later on today when I will have the season review episode of this season that we've just played up. And make sure to check back to the channel tomorrow for a brand new episode where we may be with Nice or maybe with someone else. We'll probably be with Nice, but you never know. But that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment below. Answer my question about Arsene Wenger. Do you think he should stay? Should he go? Let me know if you know that Brazilian team name as well. Subscribe to my channel to get all my content when it comes out. And I'll see you next time.